I'm happy with the directness of how it helps me in terms of marketing and getting clients, rather than putting an ad somewhere and hoping that people come to me. You've already got a prospect that's in need of an attorney. They've taken the affirmative step of putting their case profile online, and they're more in need of assistance than I am. So a lot of the times I feel like I'm coming to somebody's rescue rather than I'm out there soliciting my services. And for me, that works really well. I would say it's had a positive effect in terms of the number of cases I've gained in the litigation realm. My practice is basically broken down into thirds. One third is that international trade practice. Another third is general corporate work, business work that I do for people that I do know. And the other third is from Legal Match, and that's the core of my litigation matters. Just a very direct way of obtaining cases, of doing the work that I love to do, rather than putting ads in papers and hoping the Bar Association recommends me for certain things. This is just a very direct way of meeting a client, understanding their problem, and getting right to it. The directness of it. There's no clutter. If you get an email, here's a case, you look at it, is it something I'm interested in? And honestly, you're not always interested in the cases, but when you do find that really good case, it's a godsend. And I just like the no BS aspect to somebody needing an attorney. I think I can help you, and hitting it off, doing the good work, rather than sort of some more tenuous method of obtaining clientele. I think it's worth sampling. I don't know what the minimum term is for Legal Match. Maybe it's a year or so, but I definitely think it's worth exploring. If you're like me and you like the practice of law, but maybe you don't love having to go out and market yourself and go to bar associations and do all the networking that's associated with that, this is a very direct way of getting clients, getting cases, and doing the work that you love. I joined probably about 8 years ago, and I thought it'd be worth at least trying for a little while, and I found it to be very successful. I like the directness of it. I'm not one that likes to go to luncheons and bar association dinners and things like that. And for my practice, this really suited me in terms of the clientele I can receive, the matters that are available to me. Not all of them, but a good number of them. It just seemed like a good idea, and I think I've been with Legal Match now for about 8 years, and it's worked out fine. Do good work. For me, I think in the years that I've been a Legal Match member, I've received very positive reviews for the work that I've done, and I think that helps get new clients. So I think if you're going to join this system, and in any system obviously, is doing good work is the best way to market yourself. So I would do that. And also in terms of the process, be as responsive as you can to clients. You receive an email telling you there's a new case on file. If you're interested in that case, I would recommend being expeditious about it and getting back to them as soon as possible. I think I tested out Avvo maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and both the process and the nature of the cases wasn't as good as what was available on Legal Match. Maybe get 4, 5 a week. I'll be honest, I'm kind of selective in terms of the cases that I get. So I would say on average is maybe 3 a month where the client and I at least discuss the case to see if we're going to move forward. I would say it's probably 2 out of the 3 will turn into clients for me. Once that communication process begins, once there's a phone call, I'll generally ask the client if it's a contract matter or something to do with some document to send it over to me as part of the consultation process. I'll review it, we'll have some discussions. I try to let the client be comfortable with me and my knowledge of what the case is all about before retaining the client and moving on with a formal retainer. So I would say 2 out of 3 of those referrals actually wind up becoming cases. They're always great. I mean, they'll check in like once a month just to see how things are going, and generally I'm busy with law, so I'm like, everything's fine, there's no need to fix things. But every now and then maybe there'll be an issue with scheduling appointments with clients, and I've actually had account managers say to me, hey, listen, if you're really busy, we're more than happy to sort of get back to the client on your behalf. And I was like, wow, that's fantastic. So I know they're there when I need it, but to be honest, the system is so well done that I feel like there's not really that much that I need from the account manager to sort of assist me in the process. I would, particularly people like myself. I'm a solo practitioner, people in smaller firms. I think it's a great way of getting a diverse clientele.